Hello everyone, and we are back again with another Mocha tutorial. One question that I got asked this past week was about the manual track, and I realized I haven't really shown anybody about the manual track, so that's what we're going to relieve today. So let me show you what we got going on here. So here we have a square. Let's say this represents a monitor comp. All right, that's kind of doing all sorts of wacky stuff. Now we're not going to track the whole thing. I just want to show how to go from manual track to traditional track and back and forth. So let's start out with a traditional track. All right, our standard tracking roto here. So anything inside here, it gets tracked. But because it is a monitor and we will be doing manual tracking as well, we have to turn on this surface. I also like to turn on the grid as well, just to make sure I am at the right perspective that I'm supposed to be. So let's go ahead and drop this in here. We'll match this up with the grid. This will only take a few minutes. Okay, so that's pretty much good enough. Yeah, that'll do, pig. All right, so one thing you definitely want to look at, and a lot of people don't know about this feature, is this min percent pixel used. Basically, I'm going to jack that up to about 90%. What is that saying to Mocha? That's saying how much of this do I need to track? How much of this accuracy do I need to be tracked? The higher the number, that means it has to be almost exact to what I'm looking at. Do I track that? Or if it's a lower number, you know, if there's like lighting changes or something and you're tracking the shape, you can be a little bit more forgiving. So the lower number, it's a lot more forgiving. Higher number, it definitely needs to be more exact to what the tracker has to pick up. Also, because I've noticed in this shot, it does change in perspective, so I am going to add perspective here. So let's go ahead and track this as a whole. All right, so let's see what happens. So as you can see, it stays on there pretty good. And then it'll jump off here in just a few minutes. There we go. So as you can see, it jumped right there. It's also jumped here. Down here looks pretty good. So let's go back to the last good frame, which is right here. And we're going to go ahead and set a keyframe. Now, go into manual track, and it bakes all those tracking points, all these corners here. So you don't have to worry about going back and messing it up, like slipping it or whatever. It's basically baked those points. So let's go to the first bad frame and readjust our corner. Go. And there we go. Now instead of tracking forward, we're going to go ahead and go back to large motion, our normal tracker basically. And instead of going forward using the automatic, we're going to do it one frame at a time to basically clean up these automatic frames here. That way it doesn't pull it from the memory. So track forward. 1, 2, 3. That looks good to me. And then let's do automatic. And as you can see, it's tracking again. We'll go ahead and stop it here. So that's pretty much the entire tutorial. It's just showing you how to go from manual track to regular track and back and forth again, adjusting. It's another way of tracking versus tracking it all, then using the adjust track. A lot of people didn't know about the minimum percentage pixel used, so I just showed you that and what that really means. And that's it. That's pretty much the tutorial, short and sweet. And if you have any questions, by all means, message me. Don't be afraid to message me. I'll even help you out through your track if you need it. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. All right, have a good day.